Family, friends, fellow gamers, educators, and students, welcome to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. I am Grumpy Gnome. Let's get some grump on with our half-orc murder hobos. Here we go. Baldur's Gate, baby. All right, this is the ambush site where Gorion was cut down by, let's just say that he is an unnamed armored figure for now. We'll get to learn more about him later. But the one thing that we do have here, which I don't actually see on the ground anymore, we must have cleaned up already. No, we didn't. Maybe we did. Looking at this now, what's going on? Oh, my stream is ready. Well, that's nice to know. Okay, I think we might be good to go here. That we got everything. Did you pick up the belt? Yes, you did. Okay, we got everything here. Good. Let's do a little bit of this dissemination here. So I'm going to take one and give it to you. I'm going to take one and give it to you. I'm going to take one and give it to you. And then that last one is going to go to you. This is just inventory control right now. Something that we're going to be doing a lot of in this game. So it is kind of monotonous. So just hang in there. It gets better. So here we go. Okay. Yeah, that goes there. Wand of magic missiles. We're going to want that. Because remember, Scrag is our offensive cleric. And you got the oil of speed, which can go there. You've got a potion of healing that can go there. And that little clarity potion will eventually go to the doctor, which is going to be Groth. Groth is going to be our potion caddy. Anyway, that's that. Now, before we get too far into the game, what I'm probably going to do is clear all the fog of war here. We're going to encounter 2 or 3 wolves in this area. We're probably going to see 2 black bears. For a party of our size, it's not a difficult combat. If you're going single, solo run in this area, you may have a problem with these animals. So anyway, let's go ahead and grab our party and unpause and just start clearing some fog of war here. Oh, there's also going to be some gibberlings, but we're going to drop them before they even get to us. Now, if you're not familiar with Baldur's Gate or the way it works, this is the end of the region. And if you go ahead and you click on there, this will open up the next region of your map. Now notice this is dark. This means we can go there. This is still kind of lightened. That means it's not accessible. So we actually have to go here and then we can go up. The area we just cleared up here is Cloakwood. We're not going to see Cloakwood until we get to chapter 5 in the story. So right now we're just going to clear this. Then we're going to jump over here. And I think from here we probably will go to the Friendly Arm Inn. But by the time we do that, I'm going to explain to you guys how I'm going to work my progression in the game. As a matter of fact, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. So let's go ahead and explain right now. I am going to look for my weapons and armor first. So that means I'm going to walk away from the storyline a little bit, and I'm going to find, I like to call them my early game weapons and armor. And actually some of these items will stay with us until the end. But for the most part, they're just going to be early game, and they're going to be replaced by better items later in the game. There's a black bear right there. Now notice the black bear is blue, and it actually says we can talk to him, but we do not have a druid in our party. So we're gonna force aggro on the black bear to get him to attack. But before I do that,
what is your will?
I am going to take all my characters and put ranged weapons on them.
Spit it out.
Because once again, it's not a good practice to walk up and try to pet a bear.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever tried that before. Just trust me, it's not a good idea.
What?
There's our party. There's force aggro. We're going to go ahead on him. And then as soon as something hits him, he is going to turn hostile. Or she. Boom. There it is. Oh my God, it's already dead. Wow, somebody must have done a crit. Right there. Groth, you're the man. You're the murder hobo. Awesome. Okay, we'll take it, man. That is not usually how quickly those things drop. But that was just a quick 175 points that gets split 5 ways.
If you insist.
So it's easy experience points. And in this game is kind of like bowling, where it's all about pin count, you know? So any pin count is better than no pin count. Any experience is better than no experience. All right, we got a chap over here, and named Chase. Chase has a personal problem. He wants to jump. We have a dilemma. What do we do about it? Let's find out. Now, you guys already know my animosity towards nobles. So,
don't touch me. I might catch something.
Yep, there's the snootiness again. Hello, well, I was about to tell you not to come any closer, but that never seems to work, does it? This is my really stupid noble accent here. Well, regardless, I should remain true to the genre. Don't come any closer or I'll jump. Yeah, you heard me. And I'll do it too. So don't come any closer again. And don't try to stop me. So, here we go. Okay, that's a good orc answer to give right there. No, by all the god means don't do it. Don't do such a thing. There's so much to live for. No, not my answer. By all means, jump if you must. More air for the rest of us. There's my neutral evil half-orc murder hobo response to this clown. And yeah, I called him a clown. So cha-ching, there we go. How could you be so callous? I am so obviously in pain here. I don't give a rat's ass about your pain. Have you no care for my needs? No, of course not. No one does. That's right. Not Mumsy, not Dadums, not Jeeves. I'll bet they'd be glad I was gone. In fact, you know what? I'm almost ready to push this guy off the edge. In fact, I'll probably be doing them a favor. That's it. I'll stay alive just to spite them. And if it wouldn't kill our reputation, I'd go postal on this guy. Anyway, you guys get the gist of it. So anyway, end the dialogue. He walks away. We don't take any penalty for any of that. Whatever. That was Chase. So here we go. Let's move on. Moving on now. Over here, we're going to get like a little land bridge. that's going to go back to Candlekeep. Unfortunately, when you leave Candlekeep, it is a one-way trip. They will not let you back in until you get to the end of the game. But I'm doing this just because I have OCD and I like to clear every piece of Fog of War. I don't know if that's OCD necessarily or if it's just being anal retentive. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Anyway, yeah, we're just no better reason than anything. And you know what? Since we cleared this, let's go down and see what's below us. Remember what I said when you go to the edge of the region and you click on the little wheel here? Okay, guys, come on. Why don't you congregate over here? Okay, now, can we do this without stepping on each other? There we go. High Hedge. High Hedge is down here. We will be visiting High Hedge probably sooner than later. And remember what I told you about carrying a blunt weapon when you meet skeletons? This area is full of skeletons, especially in the evening. So you want to go through here when it's still daylight outside. You're going to get them, but you're not going to get as many. So here we go. Over to, nope, we got to finish clearing this area. Here we go. I don't know what got into me. I streamed Banished just before this, and holy crap, was my stomach doubling over during gameplay. There's one of the many wolves, I don't want to say many, one of the few wolves that we're going to see. Now, these guys are fast, so we'll probably get one shot off on them, and then we can either kite them, which probably isn't a good idea because they can catch us, or we'll just have to throw a couple of our fighters out there. Now, when I say fighters, everybody in this party is a fighter. Even the clerics, even the thief, are capable of going one-on-one with an enemy. And when we start losing reputation, and there's probably a foreshadow right there, we are going to start upsetting the Flaming Fist mercenaries, and the bounty hunters are going to have bounties out for us. And then it's going to get interesting, because then our enemies are going to be changing from what's going on in the game to the actual NPCs in the game. And yeah, but you know, it's kind of a twist, because the events that we cannot do because of our alignment or our reputation get made up by the new events that kick in because we are so disliked. Anyway, I'm rattling on. Let's get rid of this guy. Boom. Here we go. And remember what I said? One shot, and then we got to engage this thing. Boom, boom, boom. There they go. And now I'm going to take you with your hand weapons, and you have a two-handed sword. And actually, am I going to be able to? No, you're on two different sides. There's you. There's you. There's you. Why don't we grab you too?
Speak.
And get in there.
God damn it.
And the whole idea here was to prevent them from getting to these guys. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just back these three out
Go on then.
to maybe here.
Go on it.
And now everybody gets into the fray.
done.
All right. Somebody got excited. I see that not everybody is selected. I wonder if I just screwed up my experience points by doing that. Let's find out. You've got 130 experience. You've got 135, 130, 130, 130. Yeah, this is another trait. You call it a negative trait that I bring to this game. I like to keep my party all at the same level of experience. Don't ask me why. If you've played Dungeons and Dragons before, you know that the level... Oh my gosh, let's close this. I did not even realize that that was open. So that probably ruined my beautiful background. No, that was very sarcastic there, by the way. What was I going to say here? Yeah, experience. This is another thing that I'm just totally anal over. And I like to keep everybody at the same level. But if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, you know that the different character classes, they go up in level at different experience levels. So this is just something I do to keep everybody on the level playing field. As how they advance is really up to the game. So anyway, that's that. So that got us another 65 experience. I'm going to grab our whole party.
Give me a task.
Yeah, and you know what? We're going to keep moving. So you saw in the ambush that we picked up a lot of items. Oh, there's the other black bear. And actually, let's reform, keep our party together. There he is. And now you're going back to missile weapon. You're going back to missile weapon. And now everybody
What is your will?
is we're gonna force aggro on him.
Resist and die.
As if the bear understood what you just said. And we might... No, I don't think we're going to be able to drop him before he gets to us. So you're going to get your scimitars. You're going to get your two-handed sword. I think we might kite our people back a little bit, like to here.
Fine.
And then we'll be able to charge in, and hopefully our hand-to-hand people make up the front line. And that was that. So that worked out well. Another 175 experience points. And
Speak.
let's keep moving. Got a little patch right here. We're going to go ahead and clear that out. Then we'll go up to here, and then we'll go across, and we'll just mow the lawn over there. So, here we go.
Fine.
Or we can go on the other side just to make sure that they do go through it. Come up to this patch here, go to the other side, make sure they do go through it. Now, the one thing I don't see is if anything attacks us. Why are they running? What? I don't know what that little beeline over here was, but anyway. Now let's go to this corner over here. I'm just looking at the chat over here, even though nobody is chatting. That I just want to make sure that everything looks right. It does. What do we got here? This is a gibberling. A diseased gibberling. Okay, back to missile weapons. And we're going to drop this guy before he even takes a couple steps. So here we go. Cha-ching. And boof. Boof. There he goes. He's down. And, of course, the experience we got from that also reflects how simple that battle was. Here we go. Moving on. Moving on now. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. And like I said, we're just going to kind of mow the lawn. We're going to close the box here. In the Navy, we used to do expanding squares. Right now, we're going to do a shrinking square. Open up the land next to us, which kind of already is opened. Come on down.
Fine.
Come on down, come on down, come on down. No. Now that also shows you that you can leave the map at any area here. You do not need a road to leave, but it's a good idea. At least that's what I guess it's the devs. They say it's a good idea to stay on the roads because you're less likely to get attacked. But we're going to prove that wrong here shortly also. Now, even if you've never played Dungeons and Dragons, maybe you've seen the movie Dungeons and Dragons. You'll remember the scene where the guy was trying to cut the ropes and he just couldn't cut the ropes. He kept failing and failing. Well, that's kind of that's like one of those side traits
To work in the dark.
where, you know, it could, maybe it's thievery, maybe it's perception, maybe it's something else. Well, there are hidden items in this game. And remember, I said if you hit the tab, it reveals the hidden items. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but in this tree, right about there, we've got a little diamond. So that would be like one of these guys up here making a perception test and passing it, and he notices the little glimmer that's coming out of here. So he runs to check it out, and he finds himself a diamond that's worth 500 gold. So that's actually a good find. Anyway, keep moving, because we want to get out of this area. This is just nickel dime. Oh, hey, Montaron and Czar. Okay, let's talk to Kolseg first, and I'll tell you why I want to do that, because he's going to foreshadow these two people down here, Czar and Montaron. Well, that is interesting. We got us a wolf right next to an NPC. Binkos. Well, do we still have our
What is your will?
ranged,
Again?
ranged,
Again?
ranged,
What?
ranged? Awesome. Select
What?
everybody. Let's go ahead and take out this wolf. Or we can take out Binkos, but we'd probably lose reputation for that. One more? Nope, not one more. Here we go. It is on like Donkey Kong.
You rang.
Yep. And now everybody
Speak.
on him.
None stand
against me.
And Binkos just keeps walking. But he doesn't have any information for us. I mean, if you want to see what he says, we'll go talk to him. Sorry, chum, but I can't stop the chat. There's been another caravan raided northeast of Baragost, and I must report of these dire events to the Grand Dukes. The messenger's work is never done. To the north east. Trying to envision what area that is. That sure sounds like bandit camp. Anyway, he's done. We got our party together. Let's go clear this little bit up here. And we'll just do that. That'll get them to walk right through it. And for some reason, they still like to go off to the side. Okay, now let's go down. Actually, where does it? We'll come right straight through here. Yeah, we're gonna meet a little roly-poly chap named Kolsed, and he's gonna kind of tell us a little bit about
Give me a task.
those two characters that we just saw on the road.
Yes.
This is another gibberling here of the diseased type. So we're basically going to drop him on the spot.
Bleed.
Well, maybe not. I don't know how these guys got so far behind, but you can go ahead and single-handed. Oh, wow, he's dead. Who took him down? Scrag, you are. Oh, look at that. 22 damage from a first level character. Scrag, you beast, you. Okay, here we go. Everybody selected.
If you insist.
Here we go. Now you're noticing one thing I haven't done yet in this game, and that is save. If you're not familiar with this game, you're probably going to want to save often. And they do have a quick save in here. It's the hotkey Q. So if you just hit the Q button, then you do a quick save in the game. And you're going to see me doing that later on as we encounter certain events. Cole said, okay, well, busy day for me indeed. Strange noises throughout the night, and now a plethora of people strolling about the woods. You do look a touch more hospitable than the last two I met, though. Well met, stranger. I am called Colson. So, is there a reason for us to hate this guy? No. He seems like a pretty friendly chap. So, stand away from me. I have very little trust left after last night's events. They're talking about the ambush that we had. And I'll not waste any time on you. Could you help me? My father and I were attacked. I would have your assistance. I was ambushed. That would be more of a paladin type response right there. We're not really paladin material, so probably not where we're going to go. You saw two people in the woods. I was told to meet some friends at the Friendly Arm Inn. And you know what? I'm going to say that we're probably still a little bit peeved from what happened last night. So I'm going to do the stand away from me option. I have very little trust, and I'm not going to, gosh darn it, I'm not going to waste my time on you. But he's such a friendly chap. Oh, shoot. You know what? I think that's probably the most half-orcish answer I can give. Yeah, let's do that one. Well, I imagine you're either the cause or a victim of the carnage. I heard to the north last night, then it's a shame with iron short. There's that iron shortage thing again. Has done to the people's manners. You would do well to treat people you met with a little bit more respect. And that might be a little hint right there as to don't go murder hobo on everybody in the game. Only certain people. So that's really a line right there that's going to save your reputation a bit. Okay, at least until you determine if they are a threat or not. That's some sound advice. You'll not get far if you don't make friends, although there's a couple fellows out on the road to the east that would suit your demeanor quite nicely. So he's basically saying that, yeah, they're not the nicest people. I apologize for the outburst. I'm in dire straits. Can you help me? If I wished your opinion, I would have asked for it. Leave me. You know what? Gosh darn it. I'm going to go with the less nice response. Only because I really don't see us apologizing to many people in the game. So that's the only reason I'm choosing that option. Once again, no reputation loss or anything. And let's finish cleaning up down here. Let's come over here. And actually, the next map is going to be the one where we need to make our decision on which direction we want to go. I'm just going to clear this little bit here, and then we're going to go meet these two people. Now, I don't think I took the detect evil. Okay, they should be like right up here. I don't think I took the detect evil spell. Let's pause it here for a second. If anybody was going to detect evil, it might be Scrag. So let's take a look at his priest spells. No, I've got command, I've got cure light wounds, and I got doom. And even though he is an offensive cleric, I still want him to have a little bit of healing power. But command and doom are both offensive spells. Groth, he's got bless, which basically gives our party a bonus. He's also got the command spell here, and he's got the cure light wounds. As they progress in level, Groth is going to become more defensive. He's probably going to stock up on the curing, where Scrag is probably going to start going really heavy into offense. And then that's going to separate the two clerics, kind of give them two different flavors. Okay, well, doggone. You know, for the sake of the game, I'm going to play the text. And I am going to have to drop Jared just to let both of these guys join the party. But then as soon as they join, we're just going to strip them. And then we're going to go ahead and release them again. So here we go. Let's talk to Thar. Thar seems to be the leader of this group.
If you insist.
Malton, you are so aggravating. Tis disturbing to my demeanor.
Remember when we talked about the top 3 annoying people in the game? Thar is up there in the top 3. The thing about Thar that's different from Emowyn is Emowyn is annoying. She's like the little sister that just keeps poking at you. When Thar is just comic relief. So there's the difference between them. There is one more most annoying person in the game that we're going to meet later. So anyway, here we go. So Montaron, Thar looks to have been roughed up quite a bit. Indeed, can I offer you healing potions if you wish as a token of my goodwill? And here's where we go. I'd be grateful for any assistance. I managed to go on my own, or I know you not and don't want your help. So 2 things are basically going to send them away. This one here will let them in. And just because we're neutral evil does not mean that we treat everybody unkindly. We treat everybody to benefit ourselves. We come first, and then we think about them. So yeah, you know what? I'd be happy for your assistance. Nothing to fear from these simple potions. Not even hold you in debt, although your conscience knows otherwise. Okay, just like all good people. The party gained an item, so we got a potion of healing from Thar over here. Now, perhaps as payment, you would go with us to Nashkel. It's a troubled area and mean to investigate some disturbing rumors around the local mines. So here's kind of hinting and pushing us to go to a certain area. Some acquaintances are very concerned about the iron shortage. There's that iron shortage again, specifically where to lay blame in the matter. You would be useful. So see, they're using us now. Although I'll not hold you to it. We are to meet the mayor of the town, somebody named Baron Gastkill, I believe. Okay. Boom. So, your conscience be your guide. Okay, there's little else for me to do. I may as well go with you. Go on your way, leave me be. I would join you, but I must meet some people first. Perhaps you'll go with me. Now we're putting ourselves as a priority. Cha-ching. We've precious little time, but it's best to travel accompanied. So cha-ching. I will go with ye. Ye owe us for our time, though. So, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, I would just as soon stick a dagger in their back. So we're going to take Jared out of the picture for now. Remove him. And now we got Montaron and Zar and Montaron. And what I'm going to go ahead here, and we're just going to take their belongings. So out of him, we're going to get another Oil of Speed. And we're going to go ahead and get another healing potion. And a short sword. Short swords aren't worth much. I mean, that's a 1 gold piece item right there. Leather armor, that'll sell for about 7 gold. You can get that. And also, remember all the way back in the beginning when we were stocking up our people over at the Winthrop and Candlekeep Inn? I said you can find gear along the way. You don't have to buy it. This is an example of finding gear along the way. The only problem is I kind of wanted to just get us equipped right from the beginning. And there again, we're not going to find all the equipment we need. So right now, it's just a matter of gathering things to resell. So anyway, we basically stripped Montaron down to nothing. Also, the little bit of gold that they did carry, that got pooled into our pool. Zar, on the other hand, has a dagger, so you're going to get that. He's got a couple scrolls here, and although we cannot use the scrolls, those are going to sell for 50 gold apiece. And he now has nothing. So now we're going to go back to the game. And we're going to dismiss him.
I've never liked the sunlight. Something troubling you?
Yep. So here we go. Let's go to this. Let's go ahead and reform them. Let's go ahead and remove. It doesn't matter which one you remove because they're both going to leave. So we'll just remove Zar. He's going to...
This is ambrosia.
You're letting me go, but we've shared so much, so many good times. It's truly a sad day indeed. Goodbye, so sad, blah, 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 and all that rot. Come on, Montaron. You are my counterpart, and we shall not be separated. I tell you what, in other games, I just shoot them and take their stuff. But for the sake of the recording, we went through the dialogue. And now I got to find my thief again, which is probably right here. And let's get him back in the game.
Speak. Simple enough. Your command?
So you want me back? Yeah, we want you back. All right, guys. And that's that. Let's journey onward. We got the diamond from the tree. We met these two. And let's go to the next region. Over here. Now this is where the
Oh, there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Remember that scroll that we picked up at the ambush? Well, this is the author of the scroll. Now, some of you that know the Forgotten Realms and recognize the letter E, this is another clue as to who it might be. This guy's a little bit on the crazy side, but he's also very powerful. So, ho there, wanderer, stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man. It's been nigh unto the 10 days since I've seen a walking soul. I've been without decent conversation since traveling nowadays appears to be in the domain either the desperate or the deranged. If thou would pardon my intrusion, may I inquire which one of these pertains to us? Thanks, old man. Not to imply anything, but how do you measure up to your own standards? Pestering strength. Okay, that's not an orc dialogue right there. A fair bit desperate, actually. Might you know the way to the friendly? No, that's the pansy answer. I am not so stupid as to listen to strangers in the middle of nowhere. There's our good orc answer. So, boom. Well, deranged it is. I shall leave thee. If that is it. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Parting things. At least thou determined whether if there are a threat perhaps more powerful than they see. That's kind of warning us about things that are going to come up. Do not dally about the roads for long. Someone with thy manners will not last an eve. Friendly Arm Inn is to the north. Oh, shoot. That's what happens when you get up at 4:30 every morning. Okay, so 4:30, we're going on 12 o'clock right now, and this is my third game I've streamed today. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Here we go. Dialogue ends. Cha-ching. He runs off. Now, remember that perception thing I was telling you about? Well, one of these guys is noticing a glimmer coming out of a hole in a rock. And he says, hey, man, we should go check out this rock that's glimmering. And they go, okay, let's go check it out. And, of course, there's a gibberling right there. And
Yes.
make sure we got our ranged weapons.
Spit it out.
Yep, that's good. Here we go.
What is your will?
Drop this thing.
Fall.
And there it goes. Okay, and now the rock
well.
is going to be right up over here. There it is. And right now they're saying, you saw something shiny in there? I don't see. It looks like a dark hole. What? There, it just shined. Boom, it shined again. And we're going to reach in there. And we're going to pull out this ring that has a blue hue around it, which means it is magical. If you don't know what it does, do not put it on. I do know what it does. I will put it on. And notice my armor class here. Right now I'm at a 0. And remember in Baldur's Gate 2nd edition, the lower, the better. Poof. There we go. Now we're at a -1. This is a +1 ring of protection. I could tell you about this belt down here too. It's a blessing and a curse because it does offer, it basically makes you immune to cold attacks. However, fire-based attacks, it's either at 100% or it does double damage. So, cold, good. Fire, bad. Anyway. Oh, wow. I've got 2 more of these. Okay. So let's take one and put one here. And then take another one and give it to you. And get back into the game. So.
Hide away that which should not see the sun's light.
I keep looking at this thinking it's a body laying on the ground, but it's not. It's just a little bushel of flowers. Anyway, our choice here is we either clear this region and then go to the Friendly Arm Inn, or go to the Friendly Arm Inn and then come back. And I'm going to choose to clear the region now, only because there is an encounter in this region that plays an event up in the Friendly Arm Inn. And this looks like a bandit. Yep, looks like we're getting our first bandit scalp. Question is, how many are there? But that doesn't matter because we're bad And he's not. So here we go.
Get over here. Fall.
And that's how that worked. So what are we going to get from this guy? Well, let's go a little closer to see if he's got any friends. Nope, he's all by himself. That is what you call a fool. So anyway, I'm going to pick up everything, and then we can... You know what? No, I'm not. You are going to get the armor. You know, you're also going to get those arrows. Gold gets pooled. The doctor carries the scalps. And then we got 2 more weapons. And that's how that works. That's how we do our inventory management on the way. Just designate different people, micromanage them so that they have roles in the party. Oh, back there's where we came from. Let's see what's to the south of here. And right here, Baragost is being revealed. And there actually is, let me rephrase that. There actually are, plural, a lot of quests, events to do in Baragost. Like that. Okay, let's get them running over here. While they're running, I think I'm going to take a drink. Watch this thing blow up in my face. Nope. Maybe not. Here we go. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, sparkling water. So, if you are a representative of Waterloo Water Company, give me a call. Here we go. Another gibberling. Let's go ahead and take it out. And it goes down. And this guy actually had a little bit of gold on him. So we'll go ahead and grab the gold and move on. Oh, he's got a buddy. Well, too bad for the buddy. Boom. I mean, right now in the game, that gold is worth more than the experience points. Any more? Nope. That looks like it. Going south. Going south. Going south now. Another NPC that we could talk to if we chose to. We're not going to. I smell something cooking, which is weird because there should be nobody in the house. This is a caravan that got raided. Now, there's a storyline behind this, and I'm actually going to hold off on that storyline for now because there is an NPC in this game that'll bring us back to this area. I don't think he's going to... I've never gotten him to follow through on his quest. And I think the reason for that is because to do that quest, you have to be playing the SCS mod. And if I ever find an easy way to upload that or download the SCS into this game, I would love to do it. Okay, we just opened up Larswood over here. It's not really an area where we want to go into right now. Although, right above it is Peldvale, and that is an area we want to go to. Gibberling! Sorry, dude. You are late for the party, and you have no gold. Another Gibberling! You are late for the party, and you have no gold. Now, up here. This is going to be probably the hardest early game encounter that you're gonna run into. There is something up here that actually is part of an event that takes place at the Friendly Arm. And there he is in all his glory. We got us an ogre. It's kind of like the Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings. Oh, look, they've got a cave troll. So, yeah, we got us an ogre. So we got a couple different options here. Obviously, the safest option with an ogre is take him out from a distance. We could kite him. We could run from him. But you know what? For the sake of the game, I think what we're going to do is as soon as he gets close to us, we will switch to our hand weapons. And, yeah, see how that works. So here we go. Everybody on him. Here we go. Cha-ching. And fire. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and switch you over to scimitars. I'm going to switch you over to two-handed sword. You guys are conveniently next to each other.
Speak.
Let's go get some. Boom.
Get over here.
And see, by bringing them up, that cuts the ogre off from getting into these guys that are still using missile weapons. Now, this dude's dropping some belts and some girdles. And notice we got one magical one here. We got one magical one here. Since I cannot identify them, I may as well go ahead and just tell you what they are. This one here is, I believe it's a girdle of piercing. And it is a magical item that I'm trying to think of the right word here. I think it lowers your armor class to missile weapons so that it makes you harder to hit. Not necessarily missile, because every time I think of piercing, I think of arrows. But yeah, I think this one just lowers your armor class against piercing weapons. This one, this flamboyant looking one, there's a hint for you. This is a girdle of femininity and masculinity. In other words, if you put this girdle on, it will change your gender. So if you are a male character, it will turn you into a female character. And likewise, if you are female, it'll turn you into a male. But either way,
Give me a task.
we're going to take all of this stuff, and now we're going to move onward.
Fine.
This would have probably been a good place to autosave, or quick save, I should say, just before that battle, if you don't know how to deal with it. Now, I really thought there was a wolf in this area over here too, but maybe not. Maybe not. I wonder if you have to be coming from the west. Doesn't matter. Anyway, here we go. Let's... And what do we got? Giverling!
Yes.
Go back to missile weapons.
You rang. What is your will?
My will is to drop that thing, which we just did. Here we go.
Very well.
Oh, another one?
None stand against me.
And then we got this dude running over to us. And it might be tempted to just let loose on him. But notice he's got the blue circle. That means he wants to talk. He doesn't want to fight. Aeolin. So what's Aeolin want? If you don't mind, please try keeping your voices down. There's beasties about with better hearing than we. You seem quite at home out here. What's most interesting you've seen? What should we be wary of in this area? Sorry, I've disturbed you. I'll be on my way. Or let them here. I am more than able to handle whatever comes. You know what? That's probably the answer we would give. But because I'm an orc, this has fewer dialogue than that, so I'm going to go with this answer. What should I be wary of? Round here, I wouldn't worry yourself too much unless you're brainless and charge into everything you see. That right there is forewarning about that ogre we just took out. Because most of the time, if you're playing this game, at this point, you're either going to be by yourself, you are going to be running with you and Emowyn, or you are going to be running with you, Emowyn, Thar, and Montaron. Either way, your stats with those characters are quite a match for that ogre. Anyway, iron shortage again. Everyone seems to be concerned about the iron shortage. And I don't know if his dialogue actually made it into our journal or not. Probably not, because nope. Important events. With Gorion slain, I must continue onward by myself. My first destination should be Friendly Arm Inn. And there we're going to meet Khalid and Jaheira. Okay. Good to know. And then here's Thar and Montaron. Thar and Montaron wish me to travel to Nashkel. The only reason this doesn't say finished is because we never took them to Nashkel. You know what? Maybe in the game, if they're still there, we'll go back and get them. And then we'll escort them down there. But right now, I just want to clear all of the experience point events, because I don't want to share my experience with anybody. Yeah, I'm greedy. I know it. But my goal is to build this party up as quickly as possible, because once things start going south for us, and they will, we want to make sure that we have every advantage to keep going. You know, that smell is the smell of noodles cooking. It's almost like mac and cheese or something. Did we open this up? Yeah, that's Lars wood out there.
Hide away that which should not see the sun's light.
Good advice. And we know that the Friendly Arm is to the north. So we're still golden. Let's find out, what do we need to clear? That. I think the best way to clear this might be to come down here, come across, and then we'll work our way up to the Friendly Arm Inn. Let's do that. Good time to take a break. My door seems to be closing. Uh-oh. What did we find? Well, one thing about this game, barbarians move at twice the rate of other class of characters, which is why this guy here is so far out in front of everybody else. But he should be no match. Oh, this is a Zart. What's a Zart? A Zart is like imagine a Smurf. Now imagine an evil Smurf. Well, that's what a Zart is. Let's see if we can zoom in on this guy. Come on over a little bit. Now, you can't really see him, but trust me, blue evil Smurf.
You're already dead.
There he is. So, blue evil Smurf. And of course, it doesn't look like we're going to get a shot off on him.
What's
So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and do that. And we're probably going to... Oh my God, he's got friends. So let's go ahead and grab everybody. Let's get in on this action.
get over here?
And don't you love that beautiful pixelation right there? Kind of shows you the age of this game. And here's a surprise. This is the enhanced edition. But anyway, hey, we got some booty down here. Let's go ahead and collect. And actually, let's bring the whole group down.
If you insist.
I do. I do insist. So now you
Go on then.
are my weaponsmith. And actually, you can take the gold too. Jewelry goes to the thief. And that's how we clean that up.
Speak.
All right, now let's continue what we were doing.
Simple enough.
Simple enough. We're going to go ahead and clear. That's why I play with it so far out for two reasons. Number one, I get to see more of the map that way. And number two, it looks clearer than the close-up. Okay, once again, we have this. There are things to pick up here. I'm purposely not getting them right now because I just want to toy with the quest for this area to see if the quest gets triggered. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to
Give me a
conclude
task.
that it is
Yes.
an SCS specific event.
Come for you.
And that was that.
Spit it out.
Okay.
What is your will? Fine.
Do. Now, actually, these are two different events. Those two different wrecks. But it's all good. Clear that a little more, but let's go up here first so we don't have to come back. Come over here. Come over here. If I'm not mistaken, there's a real interesting guy up here. Another Smurf.
None stand against me.
That yellow circle that you saw around him, that means that he is under fear. He's panicking, basically. And we've got us
You reign.
a weapon, and we've got us
Quickly now.
a gem.
What? It will be done.
Let's come down here and clear this area. I was wrong about that crazy guy over here. I think he's a little further to the south in an area that does look a lot like this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What we got here sounds like a gibberling. Looks like a gibberling. Let's do it. Boom.
Fall. Fall.
It fell. We do it again? Sure can. Okay. Well, they didn't drop anything, but we got the lousy experience for them. Let's go up to Friendly Arm. Got a lot of things to do up at Friendly Arm. But then after Friendly Arm, everything's going to go south. Literally. but that's in a good way. I say that with a smile. Okay, once again, just clearing fog of war. Why? Because it's just me. I guess that's the best answer I can give you for that. Another gibberling over
Feel
here.
my power.
Oh, we got a couple of them. Boom, boom. Well, you know what? Just for that, that's 70 experience. Come up here. There's the top. We're just going to go across the top, clear this little bit of fog of war over here. And then we're going to jump on up to the friendly arm in. Jump on up to the friendly arm in. And here we go. And prepare for a cutscene. And that's really all it does. All right, it is nighttime, but we must have a full moon because out of the corner of my eye, I spy with my little eye a glimmer underneath a pine tree. So come on, guys, let's go check it out.
Cloak of shadows descends over the land.
And everybody complains. Rah, 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 rah. Make us go over here. We want to go to the inn. I want some ale. So anyway, here's the pine tree right here. And this is a very small thing right there that you pick up. Remember, if you hit the tab key, boom, it illuminates it. So we're going to go over. Actually, Scrag is going to get this
What is the
item.
plan? Yes.
Because he's kind of the closest thing we've got to a mage. This is probably one of the best rings in the whole game right here. What this does is it doubles all your first level spells. It's the wing of the wing. You sound like Bugs Bunny. It's the ring of wizardry. And I don't know if it doubles first level only or first through fourth levels. I think it's only first level spells. We'll find out when we identify it because we can't use it in our party because we have no mages. So it's actually going to be a 9,000 gold piece item that we're gonna be selling. And that's actually gonna help us get. It's going to take us one step closer to getting something that we really, 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 really want. We're not going to talk to Joya right now. Right now, our quest is basically to get into the inn. And we work a lot better when it's daylight outside, when you can actually see what's going on. Now, next to that ogre, and I'm even going to venture to say that the next encounter we have is probably the most difficult encounter you have in the first, 3 steps of this game. And we'll deal with this guy here in a minute. Notice I'm pulling my people down. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do here is just line them up with the stairs. And then we're going to shoot this direction. Okay, there is, I'm going to pause for a second. Otherwise, they're just going to start squabbling about, hey, we're not getting anything done. So. Okay, here we go. There's a dude up here. His name is Tarnish. Now, Tarnish is a evil mage assassin. And if you did not know that, you would just walk up the stairs and he's going to greet you. Knowing that, I could already drop him. But for the flavor of the game, we're going to play it out. And this might actually cause a death in one of my party members. Because he attacks people first with fear, and then once he fears you or you panic, then he targets you with magic missiles. Now, one of the nice things
You require aid?
about this wand of magic missiles is if you shoot a magic missile at somebody that's a spellcaster and it hits them, which magic missiles are auto hit, the mage will lose his or her concentration and the spell will dissolve. That is the best defense that you can use, or you can call it offense. The best offense that you can use against this guy. Now, there is one other item that's going to go a little bit faster. It's not actually an item. One spell that's going to go faster than a magic missile. And I'll show you that when we engage him. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and step a little closer.
At any cost.
Oops.
Speak.
And I almost want to bring in... So anyway, there's...
Friend.
And there he is. So, hi, friend. And I'm actually not going to let him get close to me. So I'm going to take
Give me a
my
task.
guy and we're going to go out and meet him.
Very well.
So here we go. Oh, well, I guess we're not. Hi, friend. I've not seen you here before today. What brings you to the Friendly Arm Inn? Nothing much, really. Just worn out travelers looking for a place to rest. I am here to meet some friends. I'm not your friend, and my business is my own. Well, okay. I'm probably going to go with this last one, only because he is a single person, and the people we're looking for are a couple. So let's go with this one. How rude. No, really, utterly rude of you. I'd teach you a lesson about manners, but that implies you're going to live. If I weren't going to anyway, I'd kill you just for being so uppity. So, anyway, you can tell it's on. Now, how are we going to deal with it? So, once again, one of the best features of this game is he automatically goes to enemy, and the game automatically pauses so you can react to it. Boom. And you know one thing I did not do? I didn't quick save before this. But let me go ahead and play this out for you. We're already in close combat here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch
Yes.
Grecius over to his scimitars. I am going to take this guy here, and I can either take a shot at him, which I'm going to because the shot's going to go faster than walking up there. So I'm going to do one shot at him, and then I'm going to walk up and start bashing him over the head with a two-handed sword. He could have cast his Bless spell, which would have helped us. Right now, there's not much he can do defensively for us. Just going through. He does have a command spell. But you know what? I'm probably going... You know what? I'm going to use his command. And I'm going to use Scragg's magic missile. Because that's going to kind of counter the two. Now, the command is the one spell that I was telling you about. It's instantaneous. And it automatically hits. It automatically drops your opponent. And it knocks them out for maybe a turn or two. Just enough for everybody to get their bearings. And the magic missile will disrupt any spell that this guy wants to shoot off. And as a last resort, what are we going to do with you? I think we're just going to let you do your... You know what? I'm going to try this. I don't think it's going to work or not. You
have my attention.
are going to backstab him. Doggone it. You need a dagger to do that. Okay. You are going to take a shot. You're going to cast command on you. You are going to use your magic missiles on you. And I think we're set. Let's get it on. Get it on like Donkey Kong. Here we go. Okay. It looks like he got off a mirror image spell. And hopefully we dropped him. I don't want that to develop into a horror spell. But now that you've shot your one missile, I'm going to put you into two-handed. You're going to get into hand-to-hand with this guy.
I'm on it.
And everybody else, actually, everybody else should go into attack mode for now. If he gets up again, I'm going to have Scrag. I'm probably going to have Scrag command him again to drop.
None stand against me.
But that, we took him out. So anyway, just trust me, it is a difficult combat, especially if you're going with a single person and only the NPCs of the game. So this is basically what happened. What's your will? Gold fag attacks. No one stands against me. Attack. Actually, we panicked him, but he's got nowhere to run to. All right, so that's good. Scrag,
Yes.
you collect all of this stuff. We don't need another quarterstaff, so I'm just going to leave that there. And this tells us a little bit about this guy. So this is a bounty notice. This is going to be one of many that we're going to collect. The interesting thing about the bounty notice is those returning with proof of the deed shall receive no less than 200 gold. As the game progresses, this amount gets higher. So we become more valuable as the game goes on. Anyway, you guys can read it if you want. Let's get in here. That's all we want. You know what? We may as well pick up that too. I think we can get a gold piece or two for it. Anyway, we're going in.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yep. Well, we're gathered. Now, this is important. This character here is new to Enhanced Edition. This is Dorn. You must talk to Dorn right now in order for the event to trigger, where you can bring him in as an NPC. This storage box right here, this trunk, I actually like to put all of my excessive stuff into there. If I'm collecting too many items to carry, I'll actually put them into this trunk over here just for safekeeping. And yeah, so remember, when you enter Friendly Arm Inn, first thing you want to do, talk to Dorn.
Very well. It's about time. Bring another flagon of ale.
So, Dorn also is a half-orc. It's about time, half-orc. Bring me... Wow, he even recognizes us as a half-orc. Good job, devs. Bring me another flagon of ale. I think you've mistaken me for someone else. Or, I'm not your servant. Get your own ale. Of course, you know that's what we're going with.
Then why do you bother gone.
Nothing would please me more.
Hey, friend.
And I'm going to
Meet a
censor
fine
myself
sod
here.
Such as yourself.
This guy, Joppy, he's just an annoyance. I can't stand the way the roads are cut off these days. Me uncle's in Baldur's Gate, and I can't get to see him. How come the roads are cut off, or what does your uncle... I really don't give a rat's ass what his uncle does. So why are the roads cut off? Where have you been these past few months? The roads are crawling with brigands and bandits and every scrap of iron. You got your eye on. See, there's that iron thing again. Surely you must have fled some on your trip here, less to say you came from the west. Well, for your sake and mine, I hope the roads clear up soon. See you around. Why is the road to the west still open? You know what? I just want to end this conversation. For your sake and mine, hope they're cleared. And that ends that conversation. Okay. Now, half-orcs are hungry all the time. This is the kitchen. We're going into the kitchen. Why? I don't know. Just want to see what's cooking. But one interesting thing about the kitchen here is in this little shelving unit, there's something hiding. And Grecius sees it, and he grabs it, and we got us a potion of healing. It's very safe to take this. You're not going to trigger any alarms. Just out of curiosity. Commoner. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's clear the walls here just so we get an idea what this whole inn looks like. This is Bentley. Bentley is the innkeep over here. Bentley's wife actually works next door in the temple. And we'll get to meet her also. Now, the two people that we were sent to meet over here are actually these two right here. So this is Khalid. Say hi, Khalid. Actually, if he did say hi, it would sound something like, hi. And this is Jahira. And she'll just outright kick you in the privates if she doesn't like your face. So anyway, let's go over and talk to them. Now, I think he's good. I think she's new. Well, she's a druid. So gosh darn it, I should have done that earlier too. Shoot. I should have shown you their personality or their character classes. Anyway, Jahira's the leader here, so we're going to talk with her.
How long must we wait here? Things stir to the south as we sit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to show you these guys. So here we go. Good day, friend. You're the child of Gorion, are you not? I recognize you from his letters. For he writes often, forgive my manners. I am Jahira. This is Khalid, my husband. Boom. Good to know you. Khalid also rates up there as an annoying character. We are old friends of your adopted father. He is not with you. I must assume the worst. He would not permit his only child to wander without accompaniment. If he has passed, we share your loss. I don't know if that's how he actually sounds, but you know, that is how he actually sounds. Gorion often said that he worried about your safety, even at most expense. He also wished that Khalid and I would become your guardians, as he would have met it untimely, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, basically don't run around unaccompanied. These are our two friends. Continue. Now, do we want them to join? Yeah, we do. Once again, I don't want them to join for their sake. I want them to join for my sake. So very good. We'll leave as soon as you're ready. That's what you think. We're not going anywhere. At least you're not. We are simply going to
Nature's servant awaits.
see what you've got for us. All you got here is a quarterstaff. I think this is a potion of giant strength or something. Invisibility. That's going to go to the thief, who we don't have in our party anymore. So it goes to the doctor, who carries potions. Also, we got some leather armor here, so it goes to you since you're the armorer. I'm not going to take the quarterstaff because it doesn't sell for anything. Now let's go down to Khalid. We are going to take his, and actually let's get the armorer in there. Oh, wow, one more space. 60. Okay, that opened up another space. This is going to open up another space. And now I'm going to show you some more inventory control. So let's collect these items. Whoops, that's my item. My bad. Go back to Khalid. Boom. Let's give that to the doctor. And that's going to go to the armorer. This is going to go to Golgfag. The helmet, I think we can sell the helmet for 1. The shield should sell for 1. He's full. We'll give it to Groth. And that's all of his items. So now, let's take a look at these guys. Khalid should have done this from the beginning. Khalid is a level 1 fighter. Down here it tells you what he is. And his proficiencies are with a longsword, which is actually good. As whiny as this guy is, he's probably going to be one of your best archers in the game. He's going to be like your Legolas once he goes up in level, because elves, which he is a half-elf, get a bonus when they use bow and arrow. So his proficiency are in longsword, which there actually is one of the best longswords in the game is found early on. Even though he is a little bit squishy when you get him into hand-to-hand. Constitution is good. Dex, I don't know if he's getting any bonuses from that. Actually, this will tell us right here. Hit points, he's getting +3 from this, 17. Missile adjustment +1 because he's an elf. Reaction, armor class -2 for the dex. So there we go. That tells you everything about him. Why he has an axe, I have no idea. Axes in this game are useless. It's probably the worst weapon you can get in this game. And then a longbow. Longbow, that is going to be his trademark in the game. So, anyway, Khalid is a male half-elf fighter, and he is neutral good in alignment. Jaheira. What does she bring to the table? Jaheira is, once again, she's got some decent constitution. And the reason this actually benefits her is because she is a multi-class character, which means that she is proficient in 2 different classes. She is a fighter and a druid, so she does benefit from this. Other stats here make her kind of squishy. So she's at level 1 right now. She's a true neutral, and that's the only thing she can be because she's a druid. She is proficient with a club, which is not great, but druids are very limited to the weapons that they can carry. In other words, nothing with metal in it. Quarterstaff, that's wood, so you got wood weapon, and of course she uses a sling as her ranged weapon. I think we spent enough time on her. Anyway, we're done with them. Let's reform the party. Let's go ahead and click Jaheira. Let's remove them, and then we're done. And now,
O omnipresent authority figure.
and now let's go ahead and bring
Fine.
Jared
Yes.
back into the party. Boom, there we go. Okay, so that was Khalid and Jaheira. We took care of them. I'm actually glad I remembered to show you their stats. Before we go any further, since we picked up that second coat of splint mail, what I'm going to do here is do a little bit more inventory control. So let's just keep moving these down the line so everybody's got one. This up here still looks good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to lose this in favor of that. Because eventually we're going to become proficient in the Morningstar and flail. Okay, these are all the belts that we picked up along the way. Remember, do not put this one on. This looks like an oil of speed. That's going to go to the thief. And gems go to the thief. And that leaves Grecius open to pick up more items. I'm probably going to move the ring over to Grecius because he's got all the magic stuff. Okay, next thing here. Here's another little hint in the game. If you've got multiples of the same weapon, you always want to put them on one character. Do not spread like this longsword here and then this longsword here. Do not give them to two different characters to sell because your first one comes in at full price. The next one you try to sell from another character is actually discounted. So not a good idea. I am going to upgrade the chainmail here with splint. Notice the armor class at a 1. Now the armor class goes down to a 0, so it's getting better. I'm going to take this. I'm going to actually give it to the next person in line. No, I'm not, because this person already has chain. So I'm going to drop it down to the next person in line. And you're going to give the leather to the armorer. And I'll give the helmet to the armorer. And this here, I'm actually going to do the same thing. And I'm actually going to drop that. And I'm going to take a minute just to organize my weapons. So longsword, let's go ahead and stack longswords first. Like that. Next thing, we got 2 daggers. We'll put them in order. And now let's go ahead and stack the short swords like that. And then that puts all the like items together. Okay, next. Roth. He's the armorer, as you can tell. It's risky to lose his staff because if this hammer breaks, he's screwed. He doesn't have a hand weapon. But one thing we're going to do now, also these bandit scalps, we're going to be collecting those. Go ahead, give you your potion. Give you a second potion. He cannot use that. Well, he could, but he's not going to. I'm only putting it here to free up another spot down here. That's the only purpose. Right here, stacking these, the like armors go together. Then he's got a shield, he's got a helm. So these items are for sale. These items are for keep. All right, Scrag, the mage. He's going to be selling all of these scrolls. See the red hue around it? That means it is unusable by this character. So he's actually going to be selling all of those. He's got the chainmail. We're going to go ahead and swap them out. See, so right now he's at a 2. Once we put on the chain, he's going to go down to a 0 armor class. Boom. And I don't know if he has studded leather or not. I'm pretty sure he does, but I'm going to give it to him anyway. And then we'll look. Magic items are going to go to Gracious. And also, these are the 2 scrolls that he picked up. One of them is Gorian's scroll. And actually, we're going to keep that one for sentimental value. The other one we're going to sell. And then it really doesn't matter how you stack these. It's all the same. Let me go ahead and kill that real fast. This one's going to go right up to here. And let's see. I think that's about it for him. All right, man. Let's see if he does have studded leather already. Yes, he does. So the studded leather goes back. Oop, wrong person. Goes to the armorer. And that's going to look like that. Now, we could go ahead and sell our stuff right away here, but I think we're going to go upstairs and deal with how much time do we have left? 8 minutes. That's hardly enough time to finish what we need to upstairs. But you know what? We're going to go up there anyway. And let's start. Well, I guess we can start on this level. And what we're going to do here is we're going to send Jared off to look in these different rooms for things.
I hear you.
So anyway, in here you see that there is a noble. And we will deal with the noble when we're done with this level. But right now we're going to get the easy stuff first. And that would be like this. It is locked. We're going to go ahead and, oops, wrong one. Go ahead and unlock it. Go ahead and take that. Remember, you always want to pick your locks rather than bash them open. Come into here. It is locked. We're going to pick it. Boom. There's our 10 experience every time we do that. Got a couple items here. Now we're going to come back into this area. And there's basically a whole row of nightstands here that we're going to go through. So this one here has nothing. This one here has nothing. This one here has a dagger. Take it. Come down here. This one here has another hammer. And I think my inventory is full. So let's step out for a minute. Let's bring Groth in. Groth is going to grab that hammer. And since we need a second person that can carry things, you know what, Gracious? Come in and check that. Groth, what did you find?
With caution.
Good. You? What did you find here? Throwing daggers. I don't think we're going to take those. You know what? I don't know if they're worth anything. Anyway, that's that. Okay, everybody now needs to congregate out here again. Now,
Your command?
Jared, you need to get rid of some of your stuff. Oh my God, you got scrolls. Give the scrolls to Scrag. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop the staff already. You know what? Those... shoot. Still going to have some left over. That goes to the armorer, which is you. This goes to the weaponsmith, which is you. And you know what? Weaponsmith, awesome. Oil of speed. We can stack that. And let's commence rummaging. Now, we're going to talk to this guy, but not right now. Actually, this lady over here. But first, Jared is going to finish cleaning up these rooms. Another noble person. Okay, not going to deal with him right now. Come into this space here. And we're going to find locked. Another coat of chainmail. Awesome. And this is locked. Ooh. Payday. All right. Now, I want to check my inventory just to make sure I could still hold things, which I can. Can we give that to you? Too far away. Gosh darn it. I knew it. Okay, let's congregate again so I can at least open that spot. Congregate. You are going to give that to there. And you know what? I'm going to give that to there also, because that's going to open up. Oh my gosh, there's another spot. Now we've got some open spaces. Here we go. Jared. You know what? Before we deal with the noble people here, let's go up to the next level. And something is telling me we should have already sold some stuff. Anyway, we got a noble person in this room.
Very well.
So we're going to go up here and basically repeat the process. And 42 gold, that's a good haul. I'm almost at the point where I'm questioning if I should be carrying the little nickel dime items with us. We'll take a gem. Coming on out here. Come on over here. God, I really just want to get through this real quick, like arrows. And we don't need them, but we'll take them. Nothing there. Nothing is almost welcome because it's not filling up our inventory. An axe, which is useless in the game, and nothing. And a club. I don't think the club sells for anything, so I'm not even going to take it. Come on out here. We're going to go into here. And nothing? Wow. Okay. Come over here. Oh, first of all, is there a noble in here? No. Good. Locked. We'll take the ring. Come into this room. And reluctantly, I'm going to take the leather. And there's nothing in there. Leather. Going to go to the armorer or the tailor dude. Weapons are going to go to you. You're full. So you know what? You can take that. And I'm going to give the potion to the doctor. And now let's talk to this little dude right here first. This is Landrin. Landrin's got a problem. And you want your person with the highest charisma, your leader, to actually do your talking here. So we're going to talk with Landrin. Hey, I've got an infestation of poisonous spiders in my cellar in Baragost. Remember, Baragost was the town to the south? Anyway, he basically says if you can clear out the spiders and bring him back some of the things to show that you've done the deed, then he might have a reward for us. And he's actually giving us some antidotes to go deal with the spiders. So cool. Boom. And party gained items. And it also went into our journal as a quest. Now, before we leave here, we've got a noble over here to deal with. I'm going to show you this dialogue only because it's part of the game. It's another one of those Easter eggs. And Jared, I think any character can do this. But I'm going to send Jared in there.
Agreed.
And I'm going to quick save because I'm going to talk to him first. And then I'm going to deal with him later. So here we go. Quick save. Let's talk to him.
No time to chit-chat.
So anyway, it's about time he showed up here. He's mistaken us for the cleaning people. I need these toonies cleaned and pressed by this evening. Extra careful with the golden pantaloons. It took 15 women and a small boy from Calamsham 12 days and 4 nights to weave them. So careful on the seams. Well, get going. That, I'm going to venture to say that that's not a very politically correct statement right there. But these are nobles, and they're snooty, and that's why I don't like them. So anyway, you know what we're going to say here? We're going to say, yes, sir. Pantaloons pressed and ready by tonight, or breakfast is on us. So, boom, we're going to get the pantaloons. And if we can actually carry these through the entire game and through the entire Baldur's Gate 2 and combine them with the silver pantaloons from Baldur's Gate 2, you can combine those items to make one awesome item. Once again, it's a total Easter egg in the game, but that's the way it works. Now, here comes the fun part. Quick save, because he's got stuff to look in here. So we're going to, first thing we need to do is we need a bare fist. So let's do that. Now, whoop, come on over. We are going to, for lack of a better word, fist this guy. I'm not going to go into any further detail than that. Here we go. Let's knock him out and then pause. Boom, there he is. He's down. Good. Now, let the rummaging begin. Here we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Come over here. It is locked. We're going to unlock it just like that. We're going to find 12 gold. Come over here. What do we got? Locked. Open it up. Got us a gem. And you know what? We're done with this level.
Speak.
Let's go down. Now that we're down here, let's go ahead and take care of this business. So the first thing we're going to go over and do is talk to Unchi. So I'm going to take my main character over here, and we are going to, actually we can all run over here if we wanted to. Let's go in and talk to Unchi.
You cannot get better than the stability stone walls provide.
Have you heard? There's a rogue ogre with a belt fetish to the south of the Friendly Arm Inn. I had to bargain my brand new girdle of piercing for my life out there. Wasn't even interested in an autographed copy of my book. Hey, if you can get my belt back to me, I'd be mighty grateful. And here we can do one of two things. We could give him his belt back if we wanted to, or we can choose to keep the belt and use it for our own use. Usually I just give it to him because it gets us, or to her, because it gives us the experience and stuff. I think this time we're going to keep it, at least for now. And then once we start getting up into the higher levels, we'll come back here and then return the belt. Okay, so that's good. Rogue Trader and journal update. So basically it's going to stay in our journal until we do it. Okay, Jared.
Yes.
Need you to do your stuff again. Was there a noble in this room?
I'll do it.
Yes. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to quick save. Boom. We're going to go ahead and do the fisty thing. We're going to fist him. Man, that doesn't sound right, but you get the message. Here we go. Boom. Come on, hit him. Uh-oh. And that triggered the guard. So basically what we need to do here is we just need to load. We could try to run out of here real quick, but the reason I'm doing this is because we have two of these guys to deal with. So here we go again. Come on, hit him. Nope. Let's try to, maybe we can get through both of these first. Come on, hit him. You know what? At this point, it doesn't matter. We just need to get on with our thieving. So let's just get on with it.
God damn it.
Oh, I'm still hitting him? All right. Knock him out. Knock him out. Come on, knock him out. Come on, hit him. There you go. Now. No, stop hitting. Man, he really wants to go postal on. Is that all that's in that room? Yep, now let's go over to this guy. And before we can get any further, let's do this. Boom, he's down. Let's go ahead and grab his things. This pretty much ruined our reputation up here, which kind of sucks, because now if we want to trade anything in the game or sell it, we're gonna have to leave for some time and then come back. Now here's where the guards cut us off as we try to leave. Enemy sighted. I don't know. Maybe we're... Wow. Okay, maybe we did get out of this one all right. So I'm going to come over here. And I think we're going to call it the game right here. Because the next thing is going to involve a lot of inventory management and selling of items. So let's pause it here. And let's go ahead and do a word from our sponsor, me. If you liked it, or even if you did not like it, go ahead and give me a like anyway. If you're watching me on Twitch, please hit the follow button. If you're watching me on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. You can also join me on Discord at Grumpy Gnome Gaming, all one word. If you do any of those things, or if you already have done those, please tell 10 of your family, friends, and pets to follow, subscribe, and join me on Discord. If you don't know 10 family, friends, and pets, tell 5 family, friends, and pets twice to join me, follow me, and subscribe. If you don't know 5 family, friends, and pets, go out, buy yourself a hamster, name the hamster Boo, and if you get that reference, leave a comment below. Here's a hint. The reference is in this game. With that said, I am Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.